Okay, from my tutorial video, Coop Troop asks, how did you open the viewer? Now I don't know for sure what you mean by viewer, but in Live2D there is a window I refer to quite often to view things, which is this physics scene blending settings window, which is an extra window on top of Live2D. Now when doing your rig for the first time, you'd only really reach this window once you do the physics, which is really the entire left half of this window here. But this window can be really useful throughout the entire rigging process because it does have this entire right side here, which is a preview. And this is hopefully the viewer that you're asking about. And this is a really great quick way to preview your model without actually altering anything in the main view here. Because when you're busy doing a rig, the last thing that you're going to want to do if you want to like do a quick inspection is to actually, deselect your model to clear out the screen and move the thing around, move the parameter around here, because you're going to lose your place if you do that. That accidents are going to happen. So ideally, you would actually want to open up this preview here. And the way you do that normally is to go up here to the modeling tab and just open physics scene blending settings. And that's the way that you would normally do it. But you can see there that I've already like assigned the letter P to it to open this by just hitting my keyboard, which isn't a thing by default in your in like an unconfigured version of Live2D. So to set that, you would just go to File, Settings, and Keyboard Shortcuts. And all of the menus here, all of the entries here are a little bit in a weird order. But if you just look right at the top here from File, it's actually just right here near the top. Open Physics Scene Blending Settings. You can see that I've already set it here to the P. And when you see me rigging, like say, for example, I set the position to start rigging on the left here, you'll see me like do some adjustments. And in order to like actually click on all of the points and vertices without any like mistakes, I need to zoom in really far. But the issue with that, of course, is that I can't really see a good overview of everything. I can't really see what I'm doing. And zooming out, clicking away, hiding everything, that's going to throw me off. And as I said earlier, it's gonna create mistakes because it's very important to make sure that you're always selecting the correct part on the canvas here. So if you open up the preview, you can just do a really quick click of the mouse, just click somewhere around here, and all of the parameters here, the ones that are configured anyway, will shift and follow the direction of the mouse, either up, down, left, or right. Now, by default, I think the settings are already pretty good, but if you do want to change the settings, all you have to do is go up to the preview tab here. Is it called tab? I can't remember. It's a preview selection menu thingy. And you can see that there are a few options here on how to adjust this. There's, for example, automatic eye blinking and breathing. And you can, if you look here carefully, you can see that the breathing meter is actually already oscillating automatically. So, this has a lot of different advantages because by opening this preview here, you don't need to like kind of imagine the breathing in your head. This is already animating. And there's also blinking here as well. Or at least it should be. It's not rigged yet, so. But here you can set the settings of the cursor and all of the parameters. Most of them are set to, are not set by default. Angle X and Y I just set to the X and Y positions of your mouse. And if you really need to, you can just set like an extra one here, say to angle Z, and all of a sudden you can kind of see that the Z angle also shifts. So in this demo model, only the right side is rigged so far. And when doing rigging, it's really important to always keep an eye on like the overview, like being zoomed in all the time, being zoomed in so too far can really make you lose sight of the bigger picture, because the end goal, of course, is, like one goal is to make everything in the right position, but it's also to make sure that the entire whole of it looks good. So it's good to just every now and then when you're doing a rig and when you're like doing bits and pieces of the alignment, you just try to check it every now and then. So do a bit of that there. And it looks pretty bad because I'm doing this part by part, like one by one. So like I'm only really adjusting one part at a time. But eventually, you might see something emerge. Of course, if you're going for symmetry, you may want to actually look at this as well to actually see the deformer change shape. But that's it depends on what you're trying to achieve. So Things are a little pointed. There we go. Now my model's looking both left and right. This is one of those things where it's like, it's a bit hard to describe. It's just one of those things you spot, right? It's like you just try to keep an eye open for like little inconsistencies in like the outline that doesn't look right. And it's something that like you might lose sight of when you're zoomed in. But say, for example, I kept adjusting this top right corner here a little few times because it looked like it was sticking out a bit. It's one of those things like you don't really, like if you stare at it for too long, you kind of just, your eyes kind of get used to it. So it's very important to have a zoomed out view. Like when I do this, now it looks a bit more obvious. At least to my eyes, that something along that outline isn't really moving right. And then I can close it. It's instantly zooms back in because it's just a different window. And here I can, just keep staring at it, go left and right. Try to get a feel for what doesn't feel right. And maybe, you might want to adjust the other side as well. Although if you want to like try to see the symmetry of your deformer, yeah, you're going to have to like look at what you're doing here. And as you can see here, the way that the mesh deformer looks isn't really quite symmetrical. Just like the one on the left looks a lot cleaner. Which may mean that some adjustments are necessary. And it's really like an ongoing process of just constant, like just lots of fine tuning and tweaking. And there we go. There isn't really much else to it. It's really about finding ways to really constantly go between editing and seeing an overview, like in any way that you can. I hope I interpreted that question correctly, because the word viewer can mean a few different things. But if I was mistaken, or if you have more questions, do feel free to leave comments. And just keep an eye open on my channel if you'd like to see more tutorials. And happy trails.